Okay guys, back with another YouTube rabbit hole video. I remember I did a couple of those maybe, or just started one and I didn't really do any more. But since I've started fishing, posting videos about fishing, watching some fishing videos, I've been getting a lot of like recommended videos on my YouTube about weird fishing stuff. Thought I'd go through some of the like stuff like you don't even know the half of it. If you don't like follow fishing videos, there's a whole world out there of fishing weirdness that's like, it's got its whole genre. Like, I knew that there was videos of people doing Second Amendment stuff, like open carrying guns, because in Florida there's a law you can only do it if you're going to and from fishing. You can carry your gun. So people will purposely like park really far away, and they'll be walking towards like wherever the water is, even though they're nowhere near a fishing place. They can say they're going to fishing and they're doing their open carry walk through the middle of town or whatever. So I knew those were out there. I knew there was magnet fishing. You fish with a magnet and you pick up like junk off of a bridge. It's not really fishing, but it's like labeled as fishing. And I knew there's a lot of videos where people have confrontations where people don't know the law about private property in regards to water. Like if you're on a boat and the docks and you're fishing near somebody's boat, that's fine because you're not on land. And like if you don't cause damage to their boat, I guess there's nothing really illegal about it. But people think that they own the water if they live near the water, if you can't access it unless you go through their private property, that's against the law or something. So I knew those videos were out there. Not talking about any of those. I'm talking about some other weirdness. So, first of all, let's look at my history here. I got this one here. This guy almost got shot while he was fishing. It never really explained it. There was a guy on his back porch and he just like heard like a pew, like a ricochet off the water. I guess maybe the guy accidentally, his gun went off or something, almost killed these guys. How to use a bait caster reel. Ridiculous, expensive lures. We'll get into that in a minute. That's a whole genre in itself. See, here's the ones like the cops called on the guys. So first, let's talk about this guy, Monster Mike. He's in Florida, and the reason I mentioned him is because he's also done... What the fuck's he doing with this shark? He'd done a video where he was fishing in a golf course like I did. I thought I was the first one to think of this, but apparently they got into a golf course and I think they snagged an alligator because they're in Florida. And they got ran off, but as you can see, they had to like sneak past like the tractor that does all the mowing and stuff. They get like golfers are coming by and like talking to them and stuff. They caught a few fish though, and then they finally got run off. So fishing a golf course wasn't my idea apparently. When was this from? February last year. So that's kind of interesting. And then it gets weirder. Here's a guy catching state record bass off of goldfish because they calculated like how many pounds of male and a female bass grows each year, and this lake here, they put like 15-pound bass in it like a year or two ago. They know like it should be over the state record by now if it's still alive. And the guys tell them like the only way you catch those big bass is to have like a goldfish, because it's the only thing they'll eat or something to be big enough that you're going to guarantee to get the big one. Now, if you've used a smaller bait, you could catch a smaller fish, but if you want to guarantee to get that big one, you got to use something big enough that the bigger fish can't really swallow, I guess. You also hook them behind the fin here and they can just swim freely while they're still on the hook. Sometimes they'll hook them in the mouth, but like usually you'll hook them right here behind the fin, the dorsal fin. And they use like big balloons as bobbers. And they had like a night fishing thing. They had like these little lights going on. Where is it? Like, here you can kind of see the balloon. Then they got nighttime. They had to like light them up with these like different kind of neon lights. And I don't think this video they actually catch it, but they had like this, that's trophy mount. Where was it at in the beginning? Yeah, this was like a 15-pounder and a 17-pounder on the same mount. Let's see if I can play a little bit of it without getting banned. That's a crappie right there. That's fucking amazing. It's all shiny. Where was it? Oh, here it is. That looks cool. 2 fish on one mount. So that's like a state record deal. And then we got this guy. This guy's actually buying weird guns, but he's like a fishing channel because his name is Lunkers TV. And I think he owns this company called Googan Baits. And here's the website for it. It's really good, well done website. They got video showing how the lures act in the water and stuff. And the prices are pretty in line with what you get like at Walmart. But they have all these like links under his YouTube channel for like sponsoring and stuff. Like here's where you can sponsor them. All this kind of links and stuff. So this guy must be the owner of the company, because look at this big warehouse he's in. He's got boats, cars. It's like fucking Grand Theft Auto style. He's got this whole airplane hangar almost. All this different gear. Is this all for linking YouTube videos or something? This fucking thing. It's kind of like, if you're rich, you could do more things, and then if you do more things, you'll get more views because your videos are more interesting, because you can do more things because you're rich. So it's like, being rich just makes you make more money. If you're poor, you're fucked. But if you have money, it's easy to make money. I feel like it shouldn't be that way, but it does. That's how it works. That's how life works. It like rewards people. Like if you're a rich guy and you go into like a restaurant, they'll try to give you food for free because they want you to come back there and attract more people to their restaurant. Like that kind of stuff kind of bothers me. I'll move this over here a little bit. But I just wanted to mention that real quick. I don't know what other kind of videos this guy does. Let's have a look. But he just goes out and like buys guns for the hell of it. Like, oh, here's like $300. Here's $400. Let's take a few dumb guns out and just see what they do and just blast them. And like, not even shooting a target, just shooting them for the hell of it. Like he's got really like fuck you money if you can do that kind of shit. Yeah, so he isn't even really a fishing video guy. He does do some where he's fishing. I guess he owns that company. I don't know. Bow fishing? Oh yeah, I just saw this bow fishing video. Like there was this trailer that exploded. Let me find that one real quick. Because I put it over here. Yeah, this video right here. This fucking trailer explodes while they're out bow fishing. And then like at 8:55. Let's look at 8:55. This video is crazy. He's got this fish. He shot it with a bow. His reel breaks. The fish comes off the arrow right here. It swims away. His friend shoots it. Boom! It gets it back. How sick is that, dude? I mean, they just kept catching fish after fish after fish, bow hunting, man. I was like, that looks awesome. I want to do that, but with turtles down at the Turtle Lake. Catch me a shitload of turtles. I don't care what you guys say. Those fucking things. Once you see my pro at cooking turtles video, that was like one of the best things I ever ate. I'm gonna catch turtles all the time. So that's pretty fucked up. I mean, that's pretty cool. But then look at this video. This guy Lojo cast netting a giant mud pit.
Giant mud puddle fish.
So like this used to be a big pond. This whole area around here. This used to be like the height of the pond, and it all dried up because of a drought. And now it's just this little mud puddle, and all the fish shrunk into this tiny spot. So there's like probably 50 or 100 fish in this tiny little hole. So he's like using a cast net and just like grabbing them out. Big old mudfish. They get like some gar out of there, and like a carp, I think, and a catfish. It's tons of fish. They're just cast netting them out of a mud hole, dude. How crazy is that? And they're getting loose. They're just flopping out of the cooler and falling on the ground and shit. And you guys get on me for like flipping a turtle on its back. Come on, guys. There's way crazier shit out here. Now this one, guy catches a fish on a GoPro. He just puts some shiny tape around it and make it like shine like a shad. Hooks some hooks up to it, and he catches a bass off of it. The video, I don't know. It could be faked, I guess. They might have like put it on the hook and threw it out there and then reeled it back in or something. But that's pretty crazy. Now let's look at the expensive lure videos. This is a whole genre. I only watched this one. This is like $120 X-ray skeleton bluegill lure. So that looks like a bluegill, and it costs $120. So you're throwing like $100-something bucks out there every time. If you lose it, you're probably going to be wading in there and getting it back out. And then you got ones like this $950 swim bait. It's like some kind of... See, there's different reasons why lures could be expensive. You got the antique vintage ones, because it's a collector's item. You're not really fishing with them. Then you get ones like this that are just like really complex. Like they swim on their own. Maybe they got like battery powered propellers or some shit. They're just really big and complex. But see, those are really similar. $100 versus $1. That one's like a snapping turtle, like a baby snapping turtle. That one I can't really tell what it is from. You see a lot of like circling and arrows in these thumbnails on these videos, by the way. Like there's the arrow, arrow pointing at a cigarette in a fish's mouth or something. Robotic lure, see? That's why that one's expensive. Wait, $10 versus $1. That's the Yamamoto. Yeah, those things. Did I ever tell you what those things are? The Yamasenkos? Y'all know what a Yamasenko is? Because they sell them on Googan. These things, they call them lunker logs. So like Berkeley, or what's the one that does the power baits? Is that Berkeley? Every company has its own Yamasenko now, and they name them different things. But it's basically this Japanese guy named Gary that invented these worms. They have these really fine ridges in them, and it makes them kind of wobble when they go down, and it makes the bass all like super crazy, and they can't resist biting on them. Although I've tried it and I haven't caught anything yet. I guess it just wasn't near any bass. But these Yamasenkos are really interesting. The ones I got were like $5.50 a pack. He was saying it's $1 a pack. I guess it's like for the one of them or something. Wait, that's not like $10 for one worm though, for the yum worms. So yum worms are pretty shit. I tried the grubs and they just like fell apart pretty easy. But like I was talking about these broke back kind of baits like this. I guess those are swim baits because it makes it look like it's swimming because of its different segments. I guess that's what they call those. I'm still kind of a new at fishing. I'm learning all this stuff. I know what crankbaits are, and then they got things they call chatterbaits. I think it's one that has like a little scoop, kind of like a crankbait thing, but it like causes it to do this when it goes to the water. But a lot of these different videos are claiming it's the most expensive lure. I don't know what the actual most expensive lure in the world is. I really don't know what the difference in the reels is. Like, why would you use a bait casting reel over a spinning reel when it's like seems like it's really. You can't throw that far because if the harder you throw, the more likely it is to go faster than the spool can allow the string to come out, so it's bird's nest on you. So why wouldn't you just use a spinning reel instead? This one's like a big hand-carved wood thing this guy's making. Like, what are you trying to catch on that? Some of these are so big, like, they must be using them in salt water. Anyway, there's a whole world of fishing videos out there. What happens if you just look up fishing? So anything else that's like super crazy? Oh, there's a lot of challenges. Like they catch like the biggest fish they can on like a Hello Kitty rod, like a kid's fishing reel, or they'll go to Walmart and say, "Here, you can spend like $50 and do the Walmart fishing challenge and see how good of like." That seems kind of fun. Using really shitty gear. Once you get really good at fishing, you just kind of like make yourself shittier. Then it's funny. Then you got like these chicks that like to get pretty much naked and fish just to get views. That's a common thing you'll see. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube if you get looking into it.